Once upon a time, in a lush and lively forest, there lived a magnificent lion. He was the king of the forest, strong and proud. One warm afternoon, after a long and tiring hunt, the mighty lion found a shady spot under a big, leafy tree to take a nap. The gentle sun peeked through the leaves, and a cool breeze whispered through the branches, lulling him into a deep, peaceful sleep. He snored softly, his powerful chest rising and falling with each breath. While the lion was dreaming, a tiny, playful mouse came scurrying through the tall grass. The mouse was having a wonderful time, zipping here and there without a care in the world. In its excitement, it didn't see the giant, sleeping lion right in its path. Oops! The little mouse accidentally ran right up the lion's tail, over his back, and skittered across his nose. Suddenly, the lion awoke with a tremendous, earth-shaking roar. His eyes flew open, and in an instant, he slammed his massive paw down, trapping the terrified little mouse underneath. "Who dares to disturb my sleep?" He growled, his voice rumbling like thunder. The poor mouse trembled from its whiskers to its tail. It looked up at the giant lion with wide, frightened eyes. Please forgive me, mighty king," squeaked the mouse in a tiny voice. "I didn't mean to wake you. I was just playing and wasn't looking where I was going. If you let me go, I promise, one day I will find a way to help you." The lion stared down at the tiny creature and then let out a booming laugh. "You help me," he chuckled. "You're so small. What could a tiny thing like you possibly do for a powerful king like me?" The idea seemed so funny to the lion. However, he was in a good mood after his nap, and the mouse's courage made him smile. Feeling generous, he lifted his giant paw. "All right, little one, run along, but be more careful next time." The grateful mouse scampered away as fast as its little legs could carry it. A few days passed. The lion was proudly strolling through his kingdom, his head held high. He wasn't paying close attention to the ground when suddenly snap! He was yanked off his feet and found himself tangled in a hunter's net made of thick, strong ropes. He was trapped. The more he struggled and thrashed, the tighter the ropes became. He let out roar after roar of frustration and fear, and his desperate cries echoed throughout the entire forest. Far away, the little mouse heard the familiar roar. "Butitim frad my." It sounded like a cry for help. Remembering its promise, the mouse didn't hesitate. It followed the sound and soon found the great lion, helpless and caught in the net. "Don't worry, my friend." The mouse called out, "I'm here to help you." The lion stopped roaring and looked down in surprise. It was the very same mouse he had let go. The mouse immediately got to work. It began to gnaw on the thick ropes with its small but incredibly sharp teeth. Nibble, nibble, chew, chew. One by one, the sturdy ropes began to snap. The mouse worked tirelessly, its little jaws moving as fast as they could. Finally, with one last bite, the main rope broke and the net fell away. The lion was free. He stood up, shook his magnificent mane, and looked down at the little mouse with gratitude and amazement. "Thank you, little friend," the lion said, his voice now soft and gentle. "I was foolish to laugh at you. I never believed you could help me, but you saved my life." The little mouse smiled up at the great king. "You see," it replied wisely, "even small creatures can help great ones. Kindness is never wasted, no matter how small the one who receives it." From that day forward, The lion and the mouse became the best of friends. The mighty king of the forest learned that size and strength aren't everything, and that mercy and kindness are their own rewards. They lived happily in the forest, always respecting and helping each other. And that's the wonderful lesson of the lion and the mouse. It reminds us that no matter how small, ihr wer was steht.